In the marriage circle's exercise, the circle represents the marriage, and outside the circle represents being single or free. In a healthy marriage, both partners are firmly inside the circle, focused on each other. In the first stage of a marriage crisis, one partner, the decider, has become disillusioned from their partner, who still remains in the center of the circle, and they are considering ending the relationship. This is demonstrated by the decider edging towards the line of the circle. When the decider steps on the line, they begin to look back and forth between staying in the marriage or stepping outside of the marriage to become single and free. This is called marital ambivalence. The person inside the marriage, the leaning in partner, senses the movement, and when the decider steps on the line, their behavior changes and the leaning in partner concludes that something is up. Meanwhile, the decider can't pretend or stay silent any longer, so they tell the leaning in partner that they're unhappy and thinking of divorce. This is when the marriage crisis begins. The leaning in partner's nervous system activates, and they go into a full fight, flight, freeze, or fix response. They may protest or not take the decider's words seriously at first, but within a very short time, they'll see that the decider is dead serious. When the leaning in partner realizes the marriage is in danger, they go into attachment panic, and their instinct tells them to fight and fix. So they begin an intense period of pursuit of the decider to stop the crisis and entice them back into the marriage circle. They may frantically love bomb, change their behaviors, furiously search the internet for relationship and marriage gurus to counsel them, buy numerous books about how to save your marriage or win your partner back, promise to change, begin counseling, and begin doing all the things that they were previously unwilling to do. They give the decider an ongoing list of all the things that they're doing and realizing, but unfortunately, the pursuit repels and disgusts the decider, whose nervous system is also activated, and they're wanting to run as far from the leaning in partner as they can get. For the decider, they've reached a point where talk and promises are meaningless. Not only meaningless, but the pursuit has the opposite effect of what the leaning in partner is hoping for. The more the leaning in partner pursues the decider, the farther outside the circle the decider will go. At this point, without professional intervention, there is a huge risk of making matters worse and could also lead to a hasty and premature divorce decision. So it's vital that individuals or couples begin working with a professional versed in marriage crisis dynamics to coach each partner about what is the healthiest strategy for their individual situation. One more thing to keep in mind. If the decider ends up completely outside the circle, with their back turned toward the marriage, and they're unwilling to talk about the marriage or work on it at all, it's a strong indicator that they may be distracted by a relationship with someone else. Keep this in mind when the decider wants nothing to do with the leaning in partner and refuses to work on the marriage.